Hi, welcome back to my channel, Mommy Trainee. Today I'm doing a sleep diffuser blend for my room and my son's room, and it goes into our diffuser every single night. Not only that it helps with our sleeping at night, it also has a component built in to boost our immune system in this winter season. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I do have to say, if you have like just one or two oils that you put together at night, let's just say lavender and cedarwood, you just put those two into the diffuser every single night. You don't really have to make a blend of your own. You could just open the two bottles, put your drops in, and call it a day. But I am getting a little crazy these days about all these other, oils that I wanted to incorporate it every single night, even though if it's a little bit of the oil. So what I do is I have, I think like maybe 7 or 8, 9 oils that goes into the blend. And what I've been doing in the past months is that I put it into a 15 milliliter bottle. This is basically just a Young Living bottle that I've used up. I don't even remember what. And then I just peel the sticker off and put a new label in there. And every single night, this blend, whatever that's in here, this blend goes into our diffuser every single night. And quite honestly, I put certain stuff in there for, let's just say, the upcoming 1 or 2 months that I feel like it's going to be helpful for us. And then next time when it's 2 months later, I might need something else. So it doesn't really matter what's the ingredients. It's usually like, okay, I probably make a batch that would last us for maybe a month or so, and then it's whatever that at that point I feel like we needed those oils for. So what I do is, obviously, this is something that's been used for like 3-4 months. I probably need to replace the cap a little bit already. So what I do is, obviously, open this bottle. Let me just get a piece of paper towel in here. And what you do is, first thing, take off these orifices so that the oil could go in. So I normally don't really use any tools. You just use the cap, kind of not completely pushed down already, like a little slightly up here. And then, it's very hard to do it in, and then that's how you just pop it out. So now that that's out the bottle, it's open. I have all my oils here. Whoa, this is a carousel. That's very heavy. I actually, in the past, I've been keeping my oils in the bathroom in like a plastic shelves. And I realized that if I keep that on there, sometimes when oils leak, and it would actually, like the essential oil is so strong that after a while, it leaves an indentation, because at the bottom, if you have any oils pulled together, there's like little spikes at the bottom of the bottle, like there's a print. It actually degraded the plastic enough to put an imprint on the plastic shelves. So that's why recently I've been changing it to this metal, what do you call it, mesh basket carousel thingy. It's been pretty useful, actually. And quite honestly, the top basket just comes out like that. So if I ever needed to have certain, let's just get it back in, certain oils, like take it with me to downstairs, I just take like a basket out and put the oils in there and just walk around the house. But anyway, let me just try to find all the oils that I will need. I try to put, it's probably all in here, most of them at least. I try to put my most used oils around like one basket, and most of them at home I try to use a 15 milliliter instead of those 5 milliliters. So I am going to put, since it's winter, well, in terms of sleep aid to help you sleep and stay asleep, there are a few things that I would put in there. Obviously, the first thing being Peace and Calming, only comes in 5, and also vetiver. And then another good combination for sleep is lavender and cedarwood. And these are my 15 milliliters. Let me just take them out. Those are the ones that helps with sleep. Now, for the winter season to boost our immune system. Actually, also frankincense. I always put some frankincense in pretty much everything if I could. For the winter season, actually, lemon is supposed to be pretty good, but at night I don't want to be diffusing lemon. But if I am putting something in the diffuser for, let's just say, you know, someone, you know, around us, or maybe a visitor to the house, they're like coughing or sick or touching everything, I would be diffusing things like thieves purification and like tons of lemon. But for at night, I'm not going to do lemon because I don't want my kid to stay up. I want them to sleep. So I'm going to do thieves RC purification and a little tiny bit of oregano for that. Anything else? I think that's pretty much it that I wanted to put in there. So let me just put this back. Push this aside. Okay, so normally I do like very heavy on the sleep aid portion of the blend, and then do maybe like a quarter of it. It's pretty much like the thieves and all those immune system boosting component. But I think this time I would probably do either equal portion or maybe even a little bit more of the thieves and RC and purification and stuff. I'm gonna start. Oh, hopefully I have enough. I'm gonna start, since I have that many oils this time, I'm gonna do about like maybe 20 drops of each of these oils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that's my lavender. And Frank. This time I'm gonna do only 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I have quite a bit. Frankincense is kind of like, I need a little bit in there. They're pretty strong. Well, not strong, they're mild, but like a little bit goes a long way. So I have a lot of other oils that I wanted to really like hit it hard this month. So I'm like, okay, let's just lay off on the Frank a little bit. Peace and calming, I always do at least the same amount as lavender for peace and calming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, wow, it's pretty much like half a bottle. Actually, I don't think so. Maybe a quarter of the bottle is gone. Okay, that's my peace and calming. Once I put one oil in, I immediately kind of like put it back into the basket so I know that it's already in there. I'm going to put in some vetiver, again, for sleep. I do find that after I started using vetiver in the diffuser at night, my son fall asleep and stay asleep very well. And another thing is that, I don't know, it might actually really help with their you know, learning and focus during the day. I don't know, but he has report cards coming back home, you know, with everything with the mark master. I don't know if it's related, but it's at the same time where I actually started using this oil. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And another thing about using vetiver in your diffuser is that it's a little bit more thick. So you might need to clean your diffuser a little bit more frequent. You will see that it has, like, it's thicker and it builds up a little bit more. So if you don't clean the diffuser as often as you normally would, or maybe more frequent than you normally would, you would see that it would not diffuse all the water at the end, you know, when right before it goes down. Maybe I'm just gonna put like another 5 drops. So in total I did like 15 drops because I don't really want it to be too thick. So 15. I do have to say this is kind of like it's a, I don't want to say like supplementary, but then I think the biggest hitter for me in terms of the sleep portion of this blend is really, wow, this is hard, is really Peace and Calming, lavender and cedarwood. A while ago, when I first started using the oil, lavender and cedarwood was the blend that I like. It helps him stay asleep, but it doesn't help him fall asleep. But I find that Peace and Calming is the component that helps him fall asleep, and then obviously lavender cedar would kind of help him throughout the night. And also vetiver is another one to help them kind of go into that like very deep sleep. At least for me too. Like that's how I feel. So this is cedarwood. I'm gonna put 20 drops at the very moment. This is not something that's fast, so bear with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, almost there, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, now we're done with the sleep portion of the blend. I swirl it around. So right now with those 4 oils, I have about, what is this, 1/3? Okay, now the big hit for the winter. Thieves. I'm gonna put 30 drops of thieves in it. Should I put 30? I'll put 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then purification. Smells really nice actually. I really like the smell of purification along with these. Maybe it's a citronella in this, I don't know. Okay, so for this one I am going to put 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, okay. And then the next one is RC, respiratory care. That's for making sure that you breathe nicely. I'm gonna put 10 drops of this. I feel like RC, it's gentle enough for young kids or even like maybe babies, but I haven't started using RC when my kid was a baby. So the amount of RC that you would put in, or anything that's respiratory system related, or is there any like eucalyptus in it? I'm pretty sure, right? I'm sure there's eucalyptus in it. I see eucalyptus. I don't know how many kind. Anything with like eucalyptus, I would use it sparingly in a kid's room, especially if the kid's room it's not ventilated very nicely. Sometimes we kind of leave the door ajar at night in my kid's room just because the heat it could get a little stuffy if you just close the door completely. But sometimes like the door could just kind of swing shut or like closed. So with anything that's eucalyptus, I don't want it like, I want it to be there, but I don't want it to be like too overwhelming. So that's why I would rather put a little bit more thieves. So with 30 drops of thieves and 10 drops of this, it's kind of like 40 drops of, you know, it's kind of like, you know, there's a balance there. So that's RC. Now, this is the last one. I have not tried putting oregano in this blend. This is the first time. Oregano is quite strong in terms of what it's trying to do. And I feel like it's very concentrated, and the scent, quite honestly, I do feel like it's quite pungent. And some people might not actually like it. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna just put very, very little to see how the scent comes out, like how strong it is. I'm probably just gonna put 2-3 drops in it. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, maybe one more, 3. Okay, because I mean, it's not like we're like at this point, it's not like we're sick in the house. Like there's nobody that's sick in the house. Where should this go? So it's not like I just needed a little bit of it to make sure, you know, we are healthy. We're not going to get sick. We just wanted our immune system up. So it's not something that I need to really use it heavy-handedly. So let's just close this. I mean, quite honestly, if let's just say, you know, God forbid, if one of us is sick, I think in the diffuser, I would probably use Raven instead of RC. And I have another wellness blend that I made it into rollable. I actually made a video of it in the past. So recently I've been, you know, we've been freaking out about the flu that's going on. So I've been using that on my son, you know, putting it on his feet and even like on his spine. Because I know that it has oregano in it, and for young kids, you never know how they're gonna react. So you kind of have to start slow. But he's taking it very, I mean, pretty well. Like there's no reaction on the skin. There's like, I don't feel like there is anything that is like different, you know, with him. Like, you know, he's taking it pretty well. So I think if we needed to have more oregano, I would probably rather, or maybe he's feeling a little below the wellness line, I would probably try to boost his immune system by doing a roll-on instead of in a everyday, you know, diffuser blend. So now that I've capped this, basically you put the cap with the orifice. Once you screw it in, it should be completely closed if you open it again. And then once this is done, I'm just gonna, like any other blend that I am making, just kind of roll it, gently roll it with like 8 oils or 8 or 9 oils. Some of them are blends, so it's actually a lot more. I only made half a bottle. This would probably last us at least a month for now. And if I started using this, like, you know, obviously right now it's mid-January, it'll only last us through February. But then obviously I still have room if I wanted to put more in certain things. Like let's just say, oh, I don't really, maybe we need a little bit more of the oregano. I could still do that. So usually I don't do it at the night when I needed this blend. I do it a little bit before so that the oil has like a day to kind of incorporate it with each other. With oil, you don't want to be shaking it in the bottle. You just want to like gently roll it. You could roll it like this, you could roll it like this, you know, just let it kind of sit a little bit to incorporate and hug each other and get along very well, so that when you put it into the diffuser, it gets along with you very well. Okay. So that's that. I'm gonna be using it to like starting tonight because I'm pretty much completely out. If I don't know, how does it smell now? I think I could smell the oregano even if it's like 2-3 drops. So this is going to hopefully help us with boosting our immune system in a systematic way. And it also has some of the oils that I really like that would help us fall asleep and stay asleep. So, and sleep is actually very important for you when it comes to your health. So that's that. That's it for today. Hopefully you would try to incorporate some of these oils in your nighttime diffusing blend. Again, if you only use 1 or 2 oils at night, you could just put drops into the bottle individually. But since I do so many, I'm not going to be opening up 8 bottles and putting it into the diffuser. So I like to put it like this. My son would actually take this, open it, open the cap and do it like put the drops in the diffuser himself. He would ask me how many drops, and then let's just say if I say 6 drops, and then he would count 6 drops, and then, he could do it himself. If I ask him to open 8 bottles, by the second bottle, he's like, I'm bored. You do it, mommy. So that's what we do, and hopefully that would give you some ideas what you could do for your nighttime diffusing blend. If you like this video or if you like this kind of content, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Mommy Trainee. Until next time, hopefully you will have a restful night of sleep. Bye!